I returned my sister's house key the day she called me her free nanny. My sister Danielle has 3 kids under 6, and I love those kids more than almost anything. I'm 29, no children of my own, and I live about 10 minutes from her. 2 years ago, she gave me a spare key so I could let myself in, water her plants when they traveled, that kind of thing. Somewhere along the way, that key turned into something else. It started small. Can you grab the boys from preschool? I'm stuck at work. Can you watch the baby for an hour? I have a dentist thing. Of course. I wanted to help. She's my sister and she was drowning, and honestly, I liked being the fun aunt who showed up. But an hour became 4 hours. A dentist thing became her getting her nails done, and then a long lunch with her friend Marissa. She stopped asking and started telling. I'd get a text at 7 a.m., coming by at 8 to drop the kids. Thanks. Not a question. Just an assumption. I'd rearrange my whole day around it. I work from home doing freelance design, which she treated like it meant I did nothing. You're just on the computer anyway. I'd be on a client call with a toddler screaming in the background because she'd let herself in with her own key and left 3 kids in my living room with a diaper bag and a wave. I tried talking to her. I said, Danny, I love them, but I need you to actually ask me, and I need notice. She got that wounded look and said, wow, so family means nothing to you. And because I felt guilty, I dropped it. That was my mistake. Every time I let it slide, the next ask got bigger. Last month, she asked me to take all 3 for a whole weekend so she and her husband Greg could go to a wedding. I said yes because it was a real occasion. When she picked them up Sunday, she didn't say thank you. She said, same time next month? Greg's cousin has a thing. Like I'd signed up for a subscription. Then came the day that ended it. It was a Thursday. I had a deadline, a big one, the kind that pays my rent for 2 months. I told her days in advance, I can't do any childcare this week. I'm slammed. She said, okay, in that way that means she didn't hear me at all. Thursday morning, 8:15, I hear my front door open. Danielle walks in with the 2 older boys and the baby on her hip. I said, Danny, I told you, I have my deadline today. She was already setting the diaper bag down. It's fine, they'll just play, you won't even notice them. I said, no, I need you to take them home. I literally cannot do this today. And she laughed. She actually laughed and said to her oldest, say bye to mommy, Aunt Kayla's your free nanny today. And she turned to leave. Free nanny. I stood there for a second just letting that word sit. Free nanny. Not sister, not aunt. Free nanny. Every canceled deadline, every ruined afternoon, every you're just on the computer, that's what it had all been building to. And she said it out loud like it was cute. I said, what did you just call me? She rolled her eyes. Kayla, don't make it weird. I'm gonna be late. I walked past her, past the kids, to the little dish by my door where I keep my keys. I picked up her spare and held it out. Take your key. She stared at it. What? Take it. You don't get to walk into my house whenever you want anymore. Take your key and take your kids, because I'm not your free anything. She said, you're being dramatic. It's one day. I said, it's never one day with you. It's been 2 years of 1 days. She didn't take the key, so I put it in her jacket pocket myself. Then I picked up the diaper bag and set it back on her shoulder. She got mad then. So you're just abandoning your nephews? Real nice, Kayla. What kind of aunt does that? I said, the kind who told you no 3 days ago. You want a nanny? Hire one. You want a sister? Act like I'm one. She called our mom from the driveway, crying, saying I'd thrown her and the babies out. Mom called me expecting me to apologize. I told her the exact words Danielle used. Free nanny. Mom went quiet, then said, she said that? To your face? I said yeah. Mom didn't defend her. Danielle texted that night, a long paragraph about how I embarrassed her in front of her own kids and how she'd never treat me that way. I read it twice. Then I typed back 1 line. You already did. Every single day. She hasn't asked me to babysit since. She also hasn't apologized. But the key's gone and my door stays locked now, and for the first time in 2 years I finished a deadline in my own quiet house.